everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I'm just here in my temple space, engaging in some contemplative exercises, just enjoying the rainy, windy weather outside. It's a good day to stay indoors and reflect. So that's what I've been doing. I've been burning my favorite incense and looking at some old journals which relate to some of the videos that I'm going to be putting on my YouTube channel in the next few weeks to do with Enochian magic, and specifically working with the 49 gates of Lower Gaiath. There's a Enochian working called the Gebethel ritual, where you move through the 49 gates in a series of scrying rituals, and I performed that in 2014-15 and recorded the results. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. That's the testimony I'm going to give today. So this journal here is what I started off with, recording my visions in. But as you can see, the writing is very messy because I was just jotting down everything that I was seeing as soon as I could. So it came out quite messily, and it also meant that some of the pictures were not very good. So as a result of that, I ended up rewriting each of the visions in these journals here, as well as redrawing the pictures. Why I didn't just transcribe it directly into a Word doc, I don't know, but this is what I produced. I haven't shown anybody else any of the contents of these journals except for maybe a few other people, because I'm actually, most of what's in here I'm forbidden from showing anyone, but I'll give you some snippets. So I just want to show you some of the visions that I had, some of the angelic beings that appeared during my visionary work, my scrying work, doing the Gebethel ritual of Enochian magic. I've shown you some of the really rough sort of stuff that comes from my earlier journal, and now I want to show you a neater version of the same. So let's have a look in here and see what we can find. So this is one of the visions I had of an angel which just appeared as a flame, a person made of flame in a robe, using a flaming sword to cut human beings out of a lump of clay, referring to the creation of humanity and the flame of the spirit. So that's how that being appeared. All right, continuing on with showing you all some of the Enochian visions that I had of various angelic beings and so forth when I was doing the Gebethel ritual. These are from my journals, never before seen except by a few people. Continuing on, when I was doing the calls of the subquadrants, I saw this entity. This is a being from the water of fire subquadrant, prophesying about the earth opening up and, cataclysms occurring and all of that. I'm not going to go into details about that right now, but here's another being that appeared. This was the air of earth subquadrant. You can see these strange beings with geometric shapes for heads. They seem to pop up a lot. This one had a rod. Here's another one of the visions that I had when I was doing the Gebethel ritual. This is the fire of water subquadrant. Vision of the New Jerusalem, which for some reason appeared as a square-based pyramid rather than a cube, descending from the sky, and there was this angel that appeared along with it, genuflecting. That's its version of genuflecting. Well, no, that's it there. But that's how it appeared at first, almost like a wasp-type body. Very, very strange. And then there it is inside of Vesica Piscis. Very odd kind of beings. A lot of geometric shapes, a lot of wings, a lot of really random body shapes and flowing garments in some cases. It's a very, talking about the King of Cups and all of that. Here is the vision from another one of my scrying sessions of the ethers. This is from the Fire of Air subquadrant, an angelic entity that appeared. This part of it was black, like a robe type of a thing, and the face was green, but it was just a triangular space in the face of the robe. And it kind of appeared in a sort of distorted way, like this, the perspective of space was distorted in this part, almost like it was in more than just 4 dimensions. So this is how they can appear. This one's telling me, meditate therefore on this most holy lesson. It was telling me about divine knowledge and how it comes down to earth from heaven like lightning. And yeah, but very strange again. A very strange angelic entity. All right, I want to show you now the visions that I had of the watchtowers when I scried the 4 watchtower calls. The 4 pure elemental calls of the watchtowers when I was doing the Gebethel ritual in 2014-15. This is the first one. This is the watchtower of the south, which is the watchtower of fire. It was red in color, surrounded by an inferno. And then there was also the earth watchtower. This was green in color, surrounded by nature. You can see the battlements are a different shape. And then again with the watchtower of the water, this was blue in color, as you can imagine. And it was the watchtower of the west. And then the final watchtower was, of course, the watchtower of air in the east, which looked like this. This was yellow in color. It was rising like a skyscraper. All right, so continuing on with the scrying visions that I had during my Gebethel ritual, moving through the ethers now, I saw more strange angelic beings, such as this one in Zar, who appeared in a robe like this before this table with 3 holes in it, giving me a lesson about the primordial substance and how all things emerged from that. And then there's this other really strange being that appeared. This is in the ether of Des, basically giving me a lesson about moving between the spiritual and physical realms, but another very odd sort of being, not what you'd expect from an angel at all. Almost looking like a Rorschach test or something, and this is almost like the face of a spider if you look at it. Very strange beings indeed. All right, moving through some of the visions of the ethers again. This was in the ether of Vati. This strange being appeared, which is an angel of that ether. Very weird looking, but this is the sort of thing that shows up. And then in another vision, I think this was Nia, this was an angel that appeared inside the New Jerusalem, inside the walls, basically offering the waters of life here. But you can see a very mysterious being with its face covered in these robes, incorporating a lot of geometric shapes again, a crescent for the wings, very strange stuff. So this again is the sort of thing you can expect when you're scrying with the ethers. All right, continuing on through some of the visions that I recorded during my scrying of the ethers. This is from the ether of Asp. This is where I was given a vision of Samsara, sort of zoomed out. This kind of, it was like a huge geodesic dome type of a thing with all of these little nodes, which had a human being inside of them. Kind of like in the Matrix, when Neo wakes up and he sees all of the human batteries around him. It was kind of like that, but more esoteric, I guess, more spiritual. And then there was this angel which was flying around, intermittently kind of freeing certain people from the little spheres. Sometimes they free themselves like this. But this is the angel of that ether, very strange looking. Alright, this is more from my Enochian journals, my vision of the ether of Zen. This was pretty heavy. There was a lot of stuff to do with the mysteries of death and resurrection. There was a cross of light that appeared. I then went down into the underworld and encountered Kefra, who represents the sun, the solar god, but moving through the underworld. And it was quite a striking vision of that god that I received. You can see it's the scarab, but in a humanoid kind of a shape. And in this hand, Kefra holds the Dante's Inferno with its 9 circles. Very striking vision. And then received some knowledge from Kefra, and that was that vision. And then there's this angel here, very strange as well. All right, everyone, here's more of my Enochian visions from my journals. This is from the city of the pyramids, entering the Great Pyramid in the center of the city and encountering this owl being sitting on a throne in the Great Pyramid, who essentially represented one who had sacrificed themselves completely, their sense of self, and could see all through darkness like the owl because the illusion of self was removed. They had this strange symbol on their robe, which I've never seen before. But that was a very powerful, wise figure that I encountered. And then I encountered the same symbol again later in the ether of Loe, with these hooded figures who were protecting the Grail, representing the sacrifice of limited material existence, basically, in order to reach spirit. And then here's the city of the pyramids again. Alright, I'm showing you some more of the visions I had during the Gebethel ritual of Enochian magic. This was in Dio. This was a sort of a strange angelic figure that appeared, which was literally just 2 wings and 2 pillars for legs with a portal between the legs into a cosmic realm. Very odd kind of a being, but no surprises there. There's a lot of very strange Enochian entities. Here was another one. This was the ether of Lil, and the angel here is holding the scroll of 7 seals from Revelation. A very strange looking face. And then there's this really strange entity here. This is Para-Oan, just a tentacled stem with an eye at the top. Another very strange Enochian figure.